I dated a guy who was 10 years younger than me, and I'm here to bust some myths about relationships between older women and younger men. And I'm here to share my experience as well. You definitely want to watch this to the end, so stick around. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jola Shotubo, and I'm your new best friend. I'm sharing 3 lessons that I learned from dating a younger man, a man who was 10 years younger than I was. And number 1 is, age ain't nothing but a number. I know it sounds cliche, you hear people say that all the time, but it's true. Maturity has nothing to do with age. This guy who I dated, who was 10 years younger than I was one of the most mature men I've ever met. He was amazing, maturity-wise. Whenever I would, tell him a goal I had or a plan I had or something I was trying to achieve, he'd help me break it down into actionable steps. He'd actually help me to figure out how can this be done, let it know, how do we take it from just a conception in your mind to something on paper that you can actually achieve. So age has nothing to do with maturity. This man was so mature and so intentional and so deliberate with how he loved me, how he handled this relationship. I was so impressed. I just want to tell you that don't think that somebody who's older will be more mature than somebody who's younger, because it's not true. Maturity is a choice, and there are people who are old who are not mature, and there are people who are young who are very, very mature. My second point is respect is reciprocal. I know that I hear a lot of people say, oh, they don't want to date an older woman because she won't respect them. The fact is, respect is a choice. If you make the choice to respect your partner just because they're a person, just because it's a human being you're with who is deserving of respect, not because of their age. I wouldn't say because you're younger than me, I would disrespect you. And I think what made it easier for me is that I have a lot of friends who are way younger than I am, and I see them, we're at par. I don't try to lord it over them that I'm older than them, because what's that? That's nonsense. My third point is that if you're going to date somebody younger than you, then you will need to make compromises, because the fact is that you're 2 different people, possibly from 2 different, ideologies. You have 2 different ideologies. You have 2 different perspectives about how life should be lived. And honestly, the time between you would have made a difference. Like, the 10 years between us made a difference. I was more into luxury items because I'd been working for a while. I've paid my dues. So I'm now less of a hustler and more of just, how do I work smart? How do I do a little work and make a lot of money from it? And he was still more into the early stages of, let's hustle, let's make this work. I don't understand luxury. I can't justify it. And then I was very into having kids and getting married. And he honestly wasn't that much in a rush, which is understandable. So the fact is that you will make compromises. If you want a relationship with a younger person to work, something has to give. You have to make compromises. Sometimes you have to reach a middle ground. You won't agree on everything. People who are the same age hardly agree on everything, not to talk of those of you who are, from a different, that have, a significant age gap between you. So I learned that really quickly, that you need to compromise. You and your partner need to reach a middle ground. You need to make compromises if you want to make a relationship between an older woman and a younger man work. So that's my experience. Honestly, if a younger man likes you, I think you should totally go for it. If he's a good man, if he's respectful, if he's going to take good care of you, if he's going to, be good to you. I don't think, having an age difference, I don't think an age difference is a good enough reason to turn down love. That's my opinion. That's what I think. I think that there are more important things that you should consider if you're with a good man, and it's just because he has, he's a few years younger than you are. I don't think you should, refuse to be with him just because of that. I've heard stories of people who were successful in relationships with younger men, and I totally think you can do it if you understand the specifics of that relationship and the specific compromises you need to make, and just how to make your own individual situation work. I think it's totally worth it, and you can totally make it work, and you should give it a go.